So, got a update from HasLab and Hasbro Pulse. I've already received 2 notices and updates about the Unicron HasLab project. I find it interesting that this is the Transformers World War for Cybertron trilogy. So right now they've already done Siege and they're about to enter Earthrise. So if it's a trilogy, I am actually looking forward to finding out whether or not there is a third part where Unicron will actually show up. The video itself is, well, it's interesting to say the least. Let's have a quick look at it here. So this is AJ. He's a packaging engineer, and he's all set up for the epidemic. Look at the size of that box. I was quite, well, you know what? Let's pause here for a quick second. I really have something to say about this. If we go and have a quick look at the sail barge, which was the first HasLab project, which was successfully funded. Let's be honest. It has retro-style packaging, full-color artwork. The box is part of the experience in terms of collecting. A lot of collectors want to see a pristine box, something looking great, which they can pull out of a closet or out of storage and, remember the good times. This is exactly what I'm talking about. For the HasLab Jabba sail barge, their update number 4 actually showcased everything about the packaging. Look at this. Full color artwork, gorgeous design. You can see, I'm not sure if that's actually a product shot, I doubt it, but that looks like a vintage packaging design for the Kenner toy line. And if you actually go further, you can see the kind of branding they're going to be adding to it, the different movie references that they're going to be putting on it. And we go to the next slide. You can see that on the other side, it's a more of a black and white image. The side of it showcases upcoming products, which might be on sale later. Again, very reminiscent of the old vintage style packaging design. And then right in the back, it actually shows you some of the actual product shots, as I mentioned. We can see the top of the barge with 2 characters coming out and the actual gun turret. We can see a pilot seat. We can see, I think in there, some of the inner sanctum of the actual barge itself. And we can even see Jabba's throne room. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Why is it they paid so much more attention to the Star Wars packaging with this beautiful full-color artwork design and packaging layout? Look, even the bottom of the panel, you can see the full-size product shots of the actual sail barge, both the exterior and some of the interior. This is ridiculous. The Star Wars got the royal treatment, while the Transformers, arguably bigger product, much more expensive, got shafted. Especially when you're back in the day anyway. If you walked into a Toys R Us or a Walmart or Towers or Target, one of the things that you saw as a kid were the wonderful packaging designs and the colorful artwork that came with it. Let's be frank. This box is abysmal. I'm sorry to say. If we just seriously take a look at this thing. It is just a cardboard box. There's nothing to write home about. It's not what you would expect as a quality. For me, it's not what I would expect as a quality product. This is something which somebody literally dialed in this box. It's not what I was expecting. I was hoping for something, full color, lots of great, images from some of the production design, maybe product shots, even some KOs that I've received. They have way better packaging and design in terms of, attention to detail. There's no product shots here. You can't see what it's just a bunch of illustrations from, and I'm sorry to say, not very well done illustrations either. I think that, truthfully, there are a lot better examples of Transformer artwork out there. I'm not trying to knock the artist. I think extremely well job, but in terms of what I'm expecting for a quality product from a company like Hasbro, Come on, guys. This was compared to what they did for the sail barge, this is ridiculous. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the sail barge is actually less expensive than this Unicron figure. So by that notion, I'm expecting something for, you know, close to $600. And then there's the shipping and everything like that. You really want an experience when this shows up at your door. You really don't want just a cardboard box with a few basic illustrations. I really hope that these are just promotional shots, and these are, you know, in production boxes, because to be perfectly honest with you, this is not what I expected when it comes down to you know, packaging artwork. Now that might just be me as a designer, you know, having a background in this, but truthfully, this seems to be a bit of a letdown for me. I was expecting a lot more, especially coming from a company like Hasbro, who really has so many years experience doing this. Again, sorry, but those are my thoughts at this stage. He talks about how the first thing you see is the stand, and then the actual instructions on how to assemble Unicron. Then it shows the actual planetary rings. And I find it interesting in this day and age, especially after their Hasbro's original announcements that they wouldn't be using certain materials in their packaging, that we do actually see a lot of styrofoam. They use a lot of styrofoam in the HasLab packaging as well, I believe. And this one is just gigantic. Then he picks up a gigantic sphere, which is, of course, Unicron. This is incredible, and, you know, really gives you a sense of scale as to how big this is compared to, I would imagine he's at least 5'8", 5'9", pulling out all of the ring pieces, and whoa, what the heck? Is it just me, or did he throw away some pieces in that bag? He just literally tosses them. I don't know if you. So, if we rewind this, if you look carefully, you can actually see he leaves a piece in the bag, and it actually snags on that cardboard in front of him. I hope that piece wasn't load bearing. He takes the time, which I really appreciate, to show us. Look at the size of that. That's Galvatron, I think. I believe that is Galvatron. He's so tiny, and then he comes in and shows us Rodimus Prime, and that is incredible. Look how small Rodimus is. My gosh, he actually comes in and pulls out the Ark. That is something I've been waiting to see. I love. Now that's not the actual Ark. That's actually just an Autobot shuttle, but you know what? It's the closest thing we've come to an Ark ever. So that's really great. And when we take a quick look at some of the additional pieces, like the face cover there, the extra chin, some of the extra stands for the very, very small figures. So yeah, this is a very exciting look at the Unicron unboxed. Then they bring in Lindsay, who is an engineering manager. She starts talking a little bit more about the difficulties in matching colors, which, as a designer, I can tell you it's a real it's a real struggle. I'll tell you that much right now. Then she starts actually going through a few of the little details about the figure. She also starts to answer some questions that we're talking about. You know, the head and the face cover, the extra chin, how it actually works. So she goes through a little bit of that. Shows that there comes two faces. One is the battle damage face and one is the regular face. Then she goes into additional details about the eye movement and the dial that's in the back where you can actually move the eyes. The stand. Okay, so I have a few things to talk about with the stand. I remember being at San Diego Comic-Con and looking at the stand, and I was thinking to myself, man, I hope that's actually not what it looks like. It looks literally like it's been 3D printed. It's got a hex pattern on it. Again, it just doesn't look really finished. So there are a couple of things. The bottom portion of the stand, the actual foot, it looks great. I think that looks pretty much spot on. But with all the detail that they put into Unicron, you know, a lot of the Cybertronian details, I would have hoped that they would have adorned the stand with some of that wonderful, you know, detailing. But it literally is just a construct. You know, a bunch of lattices that, again, look like it was 3D printed. I'm sorry. It really doesn't give me that sense of quality. they pretty much end the video there, and as you can see with this particular shot, there is a lot to Unicron. You know, between his actual planetary rings, the faces, the extra heads, all the little additional extras that you get, you know, Galvatron, Rodimus Prime, you know, the actual Autobot shuttle. Everything looks great. Unicron, of course, looks amazing. My two biggest disappointments in this video, and as a reveal or whatever, is definitely the fact that the box is just incredibly disappointing. Not what I expected. Absolutely not the kind of quality I would expect from a company like Hasbro. The stand, again, again, it looks like it's a 3D printed stand. I really wish that they would have paid more attention to it. I'm hoping that, much like with some upgrade kits, that somebody will come out and actually, you know, put together a cover for that portion of the stand. You know, maybe, heck, ironically, maybe somebody's going to 3D print a brand new cover for the stand, which would be, to me, the biggest irony of all. Anyways, just wanted to go through this little update with everybody. I'm really excited about this Unicron coming out. It looks amazing. You know, a lot of people are talking about the KO Cell 1 Unicron, which has been making the rounds on videos these days. And in terms of tune accuracy, yeah, definitely it does look more tune accurate, but its overall scale to me is a bit of a letdown. You know, when I think of Unicron in terms of a planetary global force, I really have to give it to Hasbro for making this a reality. And to everybody who backed this project, you know, congratulations. This is going to be one heck of a figure in your collection. I hope everybody out there is staying safe and, you know what, doing well in these difficult times. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Geek proud. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, please see the link in the description below. I've got more videos on the way, and we'll see you at the next one.